Welcome back to Electron Devices and Circuit lecture video series. In this video, we are going to discuss about the topic MOSFET. After watching this video, you will be able to understand what is MOSFET, how it is different from FET, classification of MOSFET, and one application using the MOSFET that is to turn on and off the motor using the control of MOSFET. We will see this one by one. First, introduction about the MOSFET is MOSFET stands for Metal Oxide Semiconductor Field Effect Transistor. In the previous video, we have discussed in detail about the FET family of devices, that is a beginning family that is called JFET, Junction Field Effect Transistor. So the next advancements of JFET is MOSFET. So JFET is having some inbuilt disadvantage. So these are all some drawbacks. So in order to overcome those drawbacks, the next family of devices, which is an advanced transistor compared to that of the JFET, that is called as MOSFET. So what is mean by MOSFET? So MOSFET, like JFET, MOSFET is also a 3-terminal device, electronically controlled semiconductor device, unipolar device, voltage controlled device with a high input impedance and act as a switch or amplifier. So all the remaining things is similar to that of JFET. The only difference is it is having a very high input impedance and it also acts as a switch or amplifier. So compared to that of amplifier, it is mostly used as a switch. MOSFET is mostly used as electronic switches in almost all analog and digital applications. So as I told you, this JFET is having some inbuilt disadvantages. So what are all the disadvantages? So number one is it is having the high drain resistance. So drain resistance in the sense we have discussed in the previous video, like that there will be some variable resistors near to the drain terminal. Whenever the VDS voltage is getting on increasing, this drain resistance increasing, actually the voltage drop across that resistance is acting as a reverse bias to that of the drain terminal. So once if the reverse bias increases, the corresponding resistance also increases, since that voltage drop contributes to that of the drain bias. So the drain reverse bias increases and as a result we say that drain terminal is having high resistance. So because of that high resistance, there may be some drop in the current flowing through the output terminal, that is called as a load. That is considered to be one of the drawback here. And the second one is moderate input impedance. So input impedance is not that much high, it is somewhat moderate. So whatever may be the noise signals that gets added with the source voltage or current, that will get added with the input signal. So this is a moderate input impedance is another drawback. And the third one is a slower operation. So slower operation is switching speed is very less compared to that of the MOSFET. So normally the switching speed of JFET is slow. So it is normally preferable for low power applications. That means the applications that is handling the voltages in terms of only millivolts or some few volts, and the current is of milliamps or some 1 or 2 amperes. Only for that much applications only we are preferable to use JFET. So that is again a drawback. So these are all the 4 drawbacks in case of JFET. In order to overcome all those 4 drawbacks, advanced family of transistor has been invented, that is called as an MOSFET. So this is the MOSFET, how it looks like. It's having a 3-terminal gate, drain and source. These terminals are very similar to that of the JFET. Name of the terminals is same, but on the construction wise, where the terminal is taken from the fabrication assembly, that may plays a different one. So the next one is the features of MOSFET. So features of MOSFET is, features as normally it's nothing but inbuilt capability of the MOSFET compared to that of other devices. That is, number one is it can handle high voltage and current, whereas low power application is the drawback in FET, that is eradicated by the MOSFET, that is having high voltage and high current, because fabrication will be given in such a way that it can handle high amount of voltages and current. Hence it is widely used as a popular device for high power applications. That means if you want to handle the voltage in terms of more than 100 volts or kilovolts, and power rating is also very high. Voltage in terms of kilovolts, current is in terms of amperes. So under such conditions, it is preferable to go for MOSFET. And the second one is low drain resistance. So here drain resistance is made as very low, and at the same time high input impedance, which is of the order of mega ohms, and faster operation. That means switching speed will be very high. And one of the another important feature is there is no PN junction structure. So MOSFET does not have any PN junction structure like that of the JFET. That is one of the very important point you have to note down. And fourth one is, I told you it is having high input impedance. So how high input impedance is created means the gate terminal is insulated from the channel by SiO2 layer, that is silicon dioxide layer, which is acting as an insulating layer between the gate terminal and the channel. Because of the presence of this insulating layer, the input impedance of a MOSFET is considered to be very high. So this is the changes or modifications that is incorporated in the manufacturing side or the structure side in order to overcome these drawbacks in the FET. So by this way, all the drawbacks in FET becomes converted into an advantages in case of an MOSFET by providing some improvements. Another popular names of MOSFETs are insulated gate field effect transistor, that is called IGFET. Why? Because here the gate terminal is insulated from the field effect transistor. Field effect transistor in the sense with the applications of external electrical field, the transistor action is taking place. So that's why it is called field effect transistor. So the second name is metal insulated or insulator semiconductor field effect transistor. Metal insulator means it's nothing but the silicon. Silicon is acting as an insulating layer here. That's why it is called as a metal insulator. It's made of semiconductor material, so semiconductor field effect transistor. And another name is metal oxide semiconductor transistor. Here you are using the metal oxide semiconductor layer for insulation purpose, that is called silicon dioxide layer. So that is also called as MOSFET. And again, do you know why this MOSFET is named so? So MOSFET is metal oxide semiconductor. So metal oxide layer which is a semiconductor layer acting as an insulating layer in field effect transistor, hence the name MOSFET. So the next one is classification of MOSFET as. So MOSFET can be broadly classified into two types. So one is depletion type MOSFET, which is also called as D-type MOSFET, and another one is enhancement type MOSFET, also called as E-type MOSFET. See here, this depletion type MOSFET, generally speaking, MOSFET can be able to operate in two modes of operation. One is depletion mode and another one is enhancement mode. When you take this D-type MOSFET, it is capable of operating in both the modes of operation. D-type MOSFET operates in both depletion mode as well as in enhancement mode. It can be classified into two types, P channel and N channel, because I told you this is unipolar device. If the current conduction is due to the holes, it is called P channel. If the current conduction is due to electrons, it is called N channel. Here the N channel means the channel is formed by N-type semiconductor. P channel means the channel is formed by P-type semiconductor. And next category, enhancement type MOSFET or E-MOSFET. These types of MOSFET can be able to operate only in one mode, that is called enhancement mode. So this enhancement mode can also be available, enhancement mode MOSFET can also be available in two channels, different types of channels. One is N channel MOSFET and another one is P channel MOSFET. So as a whole, we can classify the MOSFET as P channel D-type MOSFET, N channel D-type MOSFET, so P channel E-type MOSFET and N channel E-type MOSFET. So totally 4 different types of MOSFETs are available. But whatever may be the type, any MOSFET generally I am telling, it can be operated in two modes of operation, depletion mode and enhancement mode. But depletion mode is not possible in case of enhancement type MOSFET. Got it? So the next one is, the applications of MOSFET. So one practical application, how MOSFET can be used to turn on and off the motor. See here, this is the gate source voltage we are giving, and this is the current limiting resistor, and this resistor is acting as a pull down resistor. and this is the MOSFET, which is going to act as a switch here to turn on the motor. This transistor is mainly responsible for supplying the current from this 5 voltage to the motor to get turned on. And this is an ammeter connected in series to measure the current, and this is a voltmeter connected across the motor to measure the voltage. See, as I told you one new thing, this resistor R1, which is called a pull down resistor. Pull down resistor in the sense, we are giving a 5 volt supply here. From this 5 volt the current is allowed to flow, but this transistor is a voltage controlled device. The transistor action can be either turned on or turned off with respect to that of VGS voltage. This is gate terminal and this is source terminal. VGS voltage. But actually speaking, so there may be some drop down of voltage due to the presence of this drop across the resistor R2. So that can be overcome by connecting a resistance R1. So once when the current flows through this resistor, some voltage drop will be created across it, and this voltage drop will act as a source voltage across the gate source terminal. And this resistor, so whatever may be the current flowing through this resistor, the drop across this resistor is capable of reducing the transistor to even off state. So that's why it is called pull down resistor. So whenever the supply is given, the current is allowed to flow, the drop will be created. So VGS voltage will be applied here, and when the transistor is acting as a closed switch, so this switch get closes. So and as a result, what happens? So the current starts to flow, right? So the current starts to flow through this transistor. Through this transistor, the current starts to flow in this direction. And initially this 24 volt supply is given for the energization of the stator windings, and now the current is flowing through the motor for the excitations input, and the motor is now set to be turned on. If you want to turn off the motor, so what we have to do, instead of 5 volt, here we have to supply 0 volt. So 0 volt means no current will flow. So this voltage will not be available. So once if this VGS is not available, the transistor is said to be an open switch. So no current will flow and the motor is said to be in off position. So even though this voltage is available, only when this current flows, this circuit is said to be a closed one. Otherwise, when the transistor is not conducting, it acts as an open switch. When the switch is open, this 24 volt supply is not connected to ground. So this motor will not get turned on. So this is one of the simple applications to turn on and turn off the motor as one of the application. So this video is simply an introduction about the MOSFET. So we will see the construction and detailed operation of different channels and different types of MOSFET in next video.